Hello, my beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends where you are in the world. It's fairly bright morning here, and I just thought I should talk to you about something. It's just the start of the day. I'm just heading out in a minute, and I was just thinking, is it the situation that deals with us, or is it us, we, who deal with the situation? Have you ever thought about it? Because it's quite funny, when a situation occurs, any situation, we always blame the situation. Although situation occurs as a consequence of what we did or what we've been doing. And it's not just doing practically, it can also be mentally, emotionally. So it's quite a deep thing, it's really worth looking into because it can solve so many problems. We are so quick, in jumping into the conclusions and playing this blame game and saying, oh, because of this happened, why it happened. There's a thing is called destiny. I believe in destiny. I think that it does exist. It definitely exists. But having said that, you can change it. You can, to some extent, like I talk about everything. So I think I've also said this in one of my videos that, in Islam, there's a story that a very, very well-known, Prophet's associates, peace be upon him, somebody came to him and said, Hazrat Ali, and somebody came to him and said, how much control I have on my life? And he said, lift your one foot up. And he did that. And he said, now lift the other one up. And he's like, I will fall. He said, this is how much control you have on your life. So yes, to some extent, we do have control on our life. And to be honest with you, it can be quite significant because that is the control that most of the time messes up the things. And I'm talking about your thought patterns. I'm talking about, it's not just the physical doing. It can also be what you've been thinking. It's also how you've been feeling, everything. And once that accumulation comes out, it can turn into a situation, right? So it's very important to look into what was happening previously. If don't go 10 years back, at least go a few years back and see what state of mind I was in, how I was feeling, what were my actions. And you'll get many answers. You will get many answers. I'm not saying it because you so feel guilty and hold yourself responsible and kill yourself and bash yourself. No, don't do that. But you will get the answers to resolve the situation and not to do it again and to delete it from your system. Because whatever has been happening, if it's been accumulating and it's come out as a situation, now that situation can be, God forbid, an ailment, a disease. It can be a fallout with a friend, family member, or it can be somebody's lashing out on you. Go back and see why this is happening. Because the world is a mirror, right? It only reflects what we are and what we have been. So always remember, before you hold the situation responsible, oh, because this is happening, that's why I'm miserable. No, nothing happens for nothing. And actually, in one of the videos recently, I have said everything happens for a reason. That's very true, actually. And that is another aspect of looking into the things. Everything happens for a reason, means like there are some learning involved and, it's a part of our karma or our destiny, right? But the other aspect is it could also be a result of our doing, thinking, feeling. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, same goes with the people. When somebody behaves the way they behave. No, not every time it could be your doing, because sometimes you just meet a stranger and they're just not in a good mood, or they're behaving strangely, or weirdly, or rudely. Obviously, you can't say, well, what if you talk about karma and the people's believing in reincarnation and all that stuff. That is different. Maybe, oh, in my previous life, maybe I did something to this character, to this person, and that's why it's coming back to me. I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not quite with that belief. I'm not. So that's. But I think whatever maybe you did, with what goes around comes back around. That actually implies here, because what you did to somebody else, maybe 10 years back or 5 years back, to a relative or friend or a stranger or whoever, because it's a general behavior, right? Your general behavior creates the environment around you. That is what we need to, this is what we need to look into. This is what we need to pay attention to. You and I, we're not just the puppets, okay? One string is in somebody else's hand, which is God. You can call whatever you like, universe, your creator, an entity, Allah, we call Allah. And the other string is in your hand, my hand, your hand. So you need to focus on the string that is in your hand, because that is your responsibility. The other bit is not your responsibility. And to be honest with you, the God is actually very kind. So when you start looking into this alignment and paying attention, things from the other side, the other string actually starts really getting along with that and coordinating, providing you're thinking good and doing good, right? Good deeds, only good deeds I'm talking about. Okay, well, this is it for now. I've got to go out, and I wish you a very happy day, evening, night, wherever you are. I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you will keep well. You'll keep smiling. Have a lovely time in your life. Have a great life, because life is so, so, so beautiful.